Hey, hi you guys. How are you? We have a couple minutes before it's 5 o'clock. And what I want to do this time is we're just going to hang out and chat for a good 10, 15 minutes before we get started. I know a lot of people sound like they were rushing to get here. In the meantime, I'm going to see if I can get this chat box off. How do I do this? Oh gosh, I can't read this. Just a second, guys. Focus. Oh, it's gone. Hey, how about that? Okay, I want to see. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's all you guys. I gotta. Okay. You guys, come on, seriously. Are you coming in here? Okay. Well, I guess we're just going to have to deal with that. Hi, how are you guys? It's 5 o'clock. It's a great day. It's a great, great day. I removed the chat box. And you know what? We're just going to spend the next 10, 15 minutes or so just chit-chatting, catching up, you know, just kind of get our bearings. So I always feel like I just kind of jump in. So let's just chill for a little bit. What do we have going here? Amy's the first one here. Hi, Amy. Hello. Happy Sunshine and Elsie and Sue Ellen and Just Joy. Hey, girl, Connie B. Hi, Louisa. Oh, yes, please don't forget to do the thumbs up. I need to do that. I really appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel. Seems like you've been kind of migrating over here, which is awesome. I love this new space. I think I'm up to just over 300 subscribers. I think the magic number they said was 1,000, but then they said it was 500. So I can start working towards monetization whenever that happens. But thank you so much. Hello, beautiful people. Ruby Moon is Elsie? Nice to put that connection together. Hi, Ellen. You said you'd be here. And Martha. And Herbert family, Peg. Wendy Joy. Yes, I did it. Sounds like your house. Hi, Rosie. And Mama Rizzo. Melinda. Hello, beautiful. So happy that you're here doing this. Welcome, Pluto into Aquarius. Let's go. Yes. Hi, Nancy Samp. Yes. So, yeah, this is earlier than my usual time. Hi, Julia. But I like it. I wanted to try to tag onto this energy as quickly as I could. Did you guys notice a shift at all? It was really subtle this afternoon. So it was like around, was it 3:39 Eastern, 2:29 Central, 1:29 Mountain. What am I doing? 12:29. Is it Pacific time? Yeah, I'm like thinking of what. Yeah, Pacific time. So yeah, there was a subtle shift, and actually in my location, I got away from here because in my exact location here, the asteroid Chiron, the wounded healer, was exactly conjunct the ascendant. And I was like, oh, no, because Chiron in the first house kind of can really affect your anxiety and your self-image. I'm like, I don't want that. I already did this. So I didn't have to travel very far, but I got to a place where Chiron just slipped into the 12th house, which is really conducive for healing energy and healing wounds. And I could tell, I could feel the shift as I kind of got closer to where I live. I was going down a street and all of a sudden it's like, I could feel the difference in a little bit more reserved and reticent, so to speak. So did you guys notice that? Hi, Marie. I'm so happy to see you. Yes, I put an additional note yesterday at the community section at the Old Queen's Tarot. Julia, it got really cold here then. That is very interesting because Aquarius is an Aries sign, and that sign tied with Uranus as its modern ruler pulls in the cold airs. Like how when we get like a storm, a heavy thunderstorm in the summer, and then it clears out, and then the air is crisp, and the bright blue skies, the humidity goes down. That is Uranus in Aquarius. It pulls down the northeastern cold air from where I don't know, but it just like comes together. So that's like the clearing after the storm. Happy sunshine. It's 10 a.m. in Sydney. Oh my gosh. Hi, Rosie. Just Joy was sick all morning and felt better around 3 o'clock. Yeah, that would do it because Pluto has been in earthy Capricorn. And when you think about going scorched earth, that is Pluto in Capricorn. That's like when we had the hurricanes, was it Helene? Did all that damage on the East Coast. I mean, talk about scorched earth. That just screamed Pluto in Capricorn in our final degrees because Mars was in Cancer opposing it. So you get all that tension of destruction and aggression and earth and water. And that chart was pretty intense. I did very well with the first 2 times Pluto went into area Aquarius. It was like such a relief because the Pluto in Capricorn was really, really hard for me personally. I know that the plutocrats and the GOP really, really love it, but it's gone. Totally describes what happened. The wind started blowing and it got cold. Nancy, I've been weepy all day. Just can't seem to stop. My nerves are frazzled. Yeah, okay. So, Nancy, just aside from this chart, we've got Pluto in our final degrees. We're still in this lunation of the full moon, okay? And that full moon was kind of hard. So we're in this full moon lunation until this moon goes into Leo, okay? Oh, I just had an idea on maybe why the weepiness. I could see that. Pluto going into Aquarius. Cancer does not have to face off with Capricorn anymore because they're in opposition, and it has been a hard time since 2008. Cancer and Pluto, Capricorn, have been in opposition. Cancer, we are a Cancerian nation. That has to do with your emotions, your physical body, but also your mental body, your psychosomatic body, your emotions that you're feeling in your body. And I was just getting that might have, the weepiness could be a release of no longer having to be pinned down by this energy, because the moon in Cancer is in her domain. So she had to face off against Pluto, and actually Venus is in Capricorn too. But she had to face off with Pluto for the very last time, and Pluto left and went to Aquarius, and the moon is still in Cancer, where she can truly rejoice and just let it all go. Does that make sense? You've also been down. Okay. And okay, now this Pluto moved into Aquarius, and it's got an opposition now with Mars in Leo. And we're still in this full moon Taurus Scorpio lunation. Do you see this shape I made? That's a grand cross. So there's a lot of tension in the air. And there's a huge thing that was released, and that is activating, modern ruler for Aquarius is Uranus. Uranus was active during this full moon. It was opposing the sun. It was a jolt. So we're still kind of riding on this, even though Pluto switched. Hi, Teresa. Okay, yes, that makes sense. Thank you, Rosie. Okay, very good. Yeah, there's a lot of bipolar feeling going on out there. And you know what? Everybody is feeling it. It's not just you. It's not just the United States. It is everybody around the globe. Everybody is feeling this upheaval, okay? The good thing is that for the politics here in the United States, it takes the wind out of their sails, okay? Because they just thrive on this energy. And the times that we've had previews of Pluto going into Aquarius, it's like they lose the narrative. They just can't grab back onto it. I was just thinking, when did Don Holio have that event in Pennsylvania where he was almost pew pew? I don't know if Pluto was in Aquarius then. That's just an interesting thought that just popped into my head. Okay. Wendy Joy, yes, you are expecting a bomb cyclone. Yeah, I was talking about that with someone on the Blue Place, the Blue Butterfly site, and it had all the makings for being a record-setting bomb cyclone. You have the intensity with Pluto. You have Pluto in the northwest, but it's pulling those cold airs downward, and it is opposing Mars. There's so much tension going on there. That's really setting up for that. So what we're going to see now in the shift with the weather, I think, is we're going to see more activity in the atmosphere, whether it's the jet stream, whether it's the winds, whether it's the high pressures, the low pressures. Lots and lots of wind shear. I just got maybe people might be wanting to pack an umbrella more often for sudden unexpected weather. The first time Pluto went into Aquarius was in March 2023, and my thoughts were, I wonder if the air is going to cool down. Well, it did in my area, but that's because there was so much wildfire smoke in the air. Remember that? How the air was just so intensely and widespread covered with the wildfire smoke coming down from Canada. And it like looked like all of Canada was on fire. I mean, it wasn't, but there was so much coming down towards us. Remember, the air goes from north to south. Well, Pluto destroys, and it's destructive and intense, but it does heal. And at that time, there was a lot of discussion going on about the climate. Now, climate kind of went off the rails during this election cycle. We're not going to talk about it, where to go. Well, it's going to come back front and center. And air is going to be of concern. Okay? Heavy rain, wind, and Arctic air. There you go. Yes. Okay, so hurricane winds. Yes, Julia. Hurricane winds. That is ruled by the planet Uranus, the modern ruler of Aquarius. I've been the same, but I fight daily to see the light. We can just relax. I know that you said that you're fighting daily to see the light. I'm glad that you're aware of that. And you know what? Just being aware of that desire brings you closer. You can just relax and let that be, okay? So let's see so do you guys got anything else? Oh, I know what I want to ask you. So some of you, I found on the Blue social media platform, I'm trying to create a starter pack. So if you're there, I'm just trying to create the starter pack for all of you who are like in our community, so we can find each other. And some of you, like, maybe you have different usernames over there, or the username doesn't match the handle. If you guys could just, maybe in the comments, so I can see it easily in not in the chat, but in the comments. If you could maybe put your handle there, that would be great. It's so hard for me to try to filter through all my notifications to try to find you guys. And I did it, and then it said, failed to start my starter pack. So I'm like, I'll just start it another time. We'll try it again. Because wouldn't that be great if we could just see each other more regularly? And to also invite the other readers that perhaps are on the Blue Butterfly site would be great. Elise, when will we be happy again? Okay, so Elise, it's going to be weird for a while. I'm sorry. The sun will go into Sagittarius, and that is when our moods brighten and it feels like the holidays, and we're ready to go shopping and all that stuff. It gets much more lighter. The sun is still in Scorpio in this crazy full moon that like has war written all over it, you guys. Something's going on, but that's like what's crowning it in DC. So we're still in that push and pull of this Scorpio Taurus activity. It's been difficult. So the sun will go into Sagittarius. I think maybe in a day or two we should feel that lighten up. But then Mercury retrogrades, eek, on Friday, eek. And my hairstylist quit. So the only day I could get in with the new person at the place is on Friday. I'm like, oh my gosh, Mercury retrograde and a new stylist, whatever. We'll get through it. We'll just stick with the basics and what we've been doing and not do anything different, because I wanted to do something different. But so Mercury's going to retrograde Friday. She'll be retrograde for about 3 weeks until like the 15th or so of December. So there's going to be a lot of delays. It's going to be difficult traveling. You're going to buy gifts that maybe not be the right thing, and then you're going to go back and return it. I would suggest, if you know there's stuff that you want that maybe things are kind of looking like it might sell out, I would get that before Friday. If you just you don't have to get all your shopping done by Friday, but the things that you absolutely know that are so important that your person will absolutely love it, go get that stuff. And then, you can just fine tune the rest of it. Or after the 15th, you can go buy electronics and all that kind of stuff. Okay. But it is going to be kind of difficult. And you know what, this year is difficult. So Mercury will retrograde. Things will get clearer come mid-December. But then in January, I think it's January, list all the stuff that's happening in 2025. Mars will retrograde in Leo. It'll come back to Cancer. So it's going to be a struggle to get things done. So if Don Julio's trying to get stuff done, it's going to be a struggle for the GOP because they're supposed to be in leadership. It is going to be a struggle. And then Venus is going to retrograde and we're going to see the worst of their values come out. And it's like whatever they try to do that's so cruel will not have the legs to stand upon. So Mars retrograde is about, oh gosh, I think that's close to 3 months, 2 months to 3 months. Venus retrograde is 6 weeks. But then as we get to spring, we have Saturn going into Aries. We have Neptune going into Aries at some point. And then we have Uranus going into Gemini. This is a crazy, crazy next even 6 to 7 months. It is going to be nuts. So you guys, you just really have to be adaptable, be flexible. Don't be so insistent on having to do something exactly a certain way, because with this Pluto breaking free into Aquarius, because Aquarius is freedom, Pluto purges. So if you're having the need to like purge things, get rid of things, do it. Just keep, I've been having this need to purge things, I would say, for the past month. And when I think, oh, but maybe I'll wear that again, I'm like, nope, haven't worn it. I'm going to purge it. I don't want to deal with it later. So you get more working space if you can just start purging stuff you just do not need, okay? You'll have more space to work with in your daily life. Does that make sense? How are you guys doing? Oh, Nancy Rudy, yeah, that is some heavy energies. Yeah, Nancy, take your time with that. Apple, I didn't find you. I looked for 2535 Apple. Didn't find you there. But I think you said that someone said if you follow this account, they might be doing drugs. What? What is that? I even asked a moderator to comment on that. Elsie, I guess I shouldn't apply for a home equity loan on Friday. You're not supposed to sign contracts during Mercury retrograde. If you can hold off, I would hold off unless you were already working with someone before. If this is like a long-standing thing you've got set up, you've been working on it for some time and for some months, and it's like been delayed and kind of dragging, those things you can revisit and go forward with. But if it's new and new people and a new idea, things won't get started the way that you want them to, okay? Could you maybe sign that contract Thursday night? Maybe? See what you can do there. Carolyn Wade, woohoo, first time, made a chat, yeah. So I know, we're just sitting here chit-chatting for a bit. Boho in Mexico, so depressed. This has been a hard week. When in doubt, throw it out. Exactly. Yes, purge. Happy Sunshine. How long? I'm looking for a job. Happy Sunshine. You can go back. If you're looking for a job, or like when Mercury retrogrades, that's when you start to hear back from your past employers or someone from the past who's like, hey, I have this opportunity. So if you're going to be looking for a job, I would look with past employers or people that you know from the past. That's the message I get. That is the message you get, that you might be doing drugs with me. I don't know. Okay, that is so weird. I haven't heard that. And here goes my dogs. Okay, so I just wanted to say thank you, and thank you for all your feedback on this channel and the Queen's Tarot channel. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. Thank you so much, my moderators. I really appreciate your ideas and your feedback of here and what's happening here. I'm really interested in all that. Just a second. Okay. Okay, was there anything else? Okay. Can it be with new employers where former employers... New employers where... Is it the same building with former employers? But there's new... Well, everyone's going to have new employees, right? Is it the same employer from the past? There might be new employees. That should be okay. Oh. Happy Sunday. I'm experiencing extreme bullying and harassment and need to move on ASAP. So that is what we're moving through. Bullying and harassment thrives under Pluto in Capricorn. It's gone. You will slowly feel the relief, especially as we get to the sun in Sagittarius. Venus is still orbiting in Capricorn, where she can be kind of cold and harsh. But we're in a new space. Like with people I used to work with, but it's a new company. Those people, I would take a stab at it, but you just really need to be really careful about, especially with Mercury retrograde, the terms, exactly what your job description is, and are you going to be working with those former people? It's just, you got to get really, really clear on things. And what happens with Mercury retrograde and looking for a job, sometimes like the scheduling falls through. So don't get upset if the interview, whatever, falls through, okay? Because that's kind of what happens during Mercury retrograde, and it gives time to clarify certain things. So even though you might have this interview, like Mercury retrograde, it always brings delays, always, okay? So just let that be. And also, you might be surprised at who else comes calling from the past. I mean, that's just like when people from out of the blue just show up in your life and you're like, oh my gosh, can you believe I talked to so-and-so? Can you believe blah, 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 blah? That's what Mercury retrograde does. It helps us, clean up, take advantage of some of those loose ends from the past, clean things up so that we're fresh and ready and we've got our footing to move on. Oh, Nancy Mace's. She's so gross. Pluto and Aquarius, they are going to be losing that edge with the Pluto and Capricorn. They're all going to think that they're righteous and that they can keep doing it because they've got blinders on. They don't get it. Pluto and Aquarius, everyone watching is going to have zero patience for this. And the other thing with the Republican Party, Pluto and Aquarius, now at 0 degrees, it's an air sign. It is in total conflict now with the midheaven, the top of the chart. The things that they work on, we all know that they work on, is 0 degrees Taurus. Same with their Pluto, 0 degrees, or maybe 1 degree Taurus. That was functioning okay while Pluto was in Capricorn because it was an earth sign. But hey, we're in Aquarius, and the last time this Aquarius came, it hit them pretty hard a couple times, especially I think, no, I'm not going to say that. This is hard for them. The last vestiges of that Pluto and Capricorn was like their last breath of life because the party is done. Everything around it is decaying and done, and they're hanging on for dear life. And Pluto Aquarius is going to ensure that, okay? I saw Biden was in the rainforest. I was in a forest today. Recount starts in PA tomorrow for the Senate seat. Ooh. I don't want to read on this election. I have felt cursed by it from the beginning because you could always figure out, like, yeah, that person won, but you have to read on the interference because the interference is what blows these elections in so many directions, and it's just, we'll just have to wait and see, okay? I closed my third eye on those things. Oh yes, Wendy Joy, this is so true. What I also love about the Blue Butterfly site is that, like, for example, someone will make a list of people who all their names is the MAGA, like all them that are just were engulfed with all this bullying and harassment. And they keep adding to this list. And all you have to do is sign up, subscribe to this list, and then it'll say follow all or block all. And it's block all. That's why it's so refreshing over there, because so much stuff has been cleaned up and it stays cleaned up. And the trolls and the bots in MAGA, they are so pissed off that they cannot harass us anymore. Okay. So, okay, so let's get talking. Oh my gosh, it's already 5:30. So Pluto into Aquarius. We've done Pluto and Aquarius before. My sham wow. They're not really wow, you guys. Just saying. So Pluto and Aquarius, we have done this before. Let's see. So we declared our independence in 1776, our Declaration of Independence. In 1777, Pluto went into Aquarius. And like this time, it takes 3 times. It goes forward, backwards, back into Capricorn, which is like what we were just doing, and forward again until it's complete, okay? So that happened in 1777. It was like 77 maybe to 79, like those early years. Well, at the time, what was going on? We were in our Revolutionary War. And that lasted until 1783. Okay? So we have like about 7 years, because it doesn't just cut off at the year. Why am I? Okay, I'm sorry. My brain just isn't working well today either. This is also one Saturn click. It's a 1/4 Saturn click. Okay, so our history shows that we as a nation, we know who we are, we're fighting for independence, and we're going to struggle with a lot of things, but we're still going to get things done. We ratified our Constitution around this time. We added more states into the nation. And in 1783, with the Paris Agreement, the Paris Treaty, finally, England recognized the United States as an independent nation. Okay? So it took 1/4 of a Saturn click to have that accomplished. So it's a little bit different right now, because like Benjamin Franklin, who went over to talk to France to get them to help us out, I think that was in like 1770s. It was after we signed our Declaration of Independence. But it took like how many months to go across, have a discussion, and come back to the United States? I know it was at least a 2-month voyage, if not up to 6 months. That might be pushing it. So we've got the benefit of technology this time around. So, and, oh my gosh. So 2020 was a whopper of a year for so many reasons. I've talked about that. It's like it started a new era with all the stuff that was happening. We had 6 eclipses, the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, Jupiter-Pluto conjunction 3 times, and I think there's a Jupiter-Uranus square. I never got to touch on that part. But this was insane what happened. It's like we broke the timeline in 2020. Then in 2022, what was unique to the United States was her USA Pluto return. Like Pluto going into Aquarius, it rolls over this spot 3 times. That's what happened to the US 3 times, okay? I called it an American Renaissance. Even POTUS did, I think, in one of his State of the Union's speeches. But Pluto Pluto came back and forth 3 times, okay? And then, so this is just unique to the United States. But in 2023, I mean, Pluto is so active through all this. 2023, Pluto goes into Aquarius. And today marks the 3rd time. So this is affecting the world. So the world is trying to adjust to their Pluto Aquarius. We have the benefit that we were reborn, like literally reborn as a nation with these aspects in Pluto, because Pluto rules life and death, transformation. It is reborn. It's reborn. So, but we're also kind of an infant nation. It's like we can only go so far with all these responsibilities that we have. Oh, and then this, in 2020, the Saturn-Jupiter promised a new 200-year dynasty. Because at 0 Aquarius is where it happened. So this Pluto Aquarius today is triggering that new 200-year dynasty that does not include the GOP and the plutocrats, because they keep flailing at this transit. Does it make sense? Okay, those lists, I know those lists are amazing. Whew. Hi, Rob D. Yes, good riddance to Pluto and Capricorn. I had enough. My Mars is 29 Capricorn, and, you know, Capricorn disposited by Saturn. I have that in Taurus. This just ruined my teeth. I could just feel it, especially this last course going over it. But anyway, I digress. So, Pluto, life and death, being transformed, being remade, okay? Like I was describing before, it's kind of like there's 3 stages of Pluto. There's the purge. We're purging this crap out of our lives. We are declaring something. We are born brand new and declaring our independence as a nation. That is Pluto. And we're going to try to purge all this rulership over us through England. We're not doing that. And we're going to fight about that because we are revolutionaries and we're visionaries. That is Aquarius. The revolutionary, the visionary, and the, I forget. Well, the rebel. So we're doing all that right there, okay? So Pluto, we purge, we transform, and then in 7 years, a quarter of a Saturn cycle, because Aquarius, its ancient ruler is Saturn, okay? So purge, transform through revolution, and then we stabilize and heal. We're made brand new. We've ratified our Constitution. We have members, states to the nation, and we're going to get stuff done as this new nation. We got the Paris Treaty by England, okay? That's the power of Pluto. So this new era in 2020, it's been so insanely active. I almost can't keep it straight. So what happened? What happened? This Pluto, we purged Don Julio. Okay, Biden came, transformed it. Don Julio, last grip, last race, is like, I'm gonna fight too, and they all rebel against, quote, the deep state would be the U.S. Constitution. They're all rebelling. They're all fighting. They're trying to bring us all into it because they do not want stability. They do not want progress. They just want to fight. And that is going to come to a close with this Pluto in Aquarius that squares their Pluto. That's the thing that empowers them at the top of their chart. We've all watched that party just be dismantled and destroyed, okay? So here we go, another round. And someone didn't like this. They asked me a long time ago, when do you think we're going to be done with this? I'm like, well, I'd give it 1/4 of a Saturn cycle. So that brings us to like 2027 to 2030. And 2025 is like a brand new year, like what I described to you guys earlier, with everything that's changing and happening, okay? How are you guys doing? Oh gosh, I remember you had your Saturn return. Saturn. Exactly. Okay, happy Sun. It's Russia instead of England. Yes, because what happened? So this is our history. This is who we are. We're going to defeat them because we extricated ourselves from a king. We said, we are not a nation for a king. We're a nation of laws. And what happened? A king is trying to impose themselves, a dictator from another country, multiple countries, through another person. And it's like extricating ourselves from it and trying to get the calm and the vision of reestablishing ourselves while we're in the middle of this asymmetrical war. It's in our nature to defeat all of this. And this is on a global level. It's in our nature on a global level to win. You know, we fight, we win. Okay, so Aquarius is the humanitarian, okay? Things are a big mess right now, and I know it seems like there is no way out from this mess that we're in, but I'm telling you, oh my gosh, and it is going to feel like a struggle. It's going to be a hard winter because on the one hand, things aren't working out. On the other hand, things aren't moving along, but it's frustrating everyone. Come to like March, April, May, it's going to be different, especially with that Saturn transit into Aries, because like the Aries, the one that wants to fight, the bluster, that gets tempered. It's like the egos and the will, that nasty will gets tempered. And then Neptune comes along in Aries and it dissolves that. Okay, so this is not like we're going to go into 2025, like how we went from 2023 to 2024. No, we're stepping into a whole brand new world, okay? And this Pluto and Aquarius, this is our leaping off point. Yes, that's safe to steal it. Hi, Juno. Glad you're here. Okay. So Aries signs, not Aries, air signs, especially Libra. Libra is finally going to get some relief and is going to be able to bolster herself because of this Pluto and Aquarius transit. She has been having a hard time since 2020. And I have a stellium in Libra, and it has been so hard. But the times that we had Pluto and Aquarius, I could feel that Libra part starting to percolate and having new life breathed into it. Okay? So 5:41. Do you got that? Do you guys want to take a break? I have my little I don't know what this is called, a music box. If you guys want to take like a minute and a half break. Okay. I want to do more breaks, okay, that we all have together, okay? So, like, go to the bathroom, get something to drink, get something to eat. When this is done, we'll come back, okay? Okay. That's it. We're back. That's kind of nice. Let me know if these breaks work for you guys or not. Okay. So we're back. We're back. And what I would like to do now is to talk about this full moon that we had last Friday. Okay. Because I know it does not feel magical out there for many. I know this has been a hard couple weeks. We're in the shadow of Mercury going retrograde, and things are going to get even more discombobulated. Well, it's going to be a new type of discombobulation going into 2025, midway 2025. And it's the purge. Like I was saying, if you're feeling the urge to purge, do it. Purge it, get rid of it, okay? You need as much working space in your life as possible, okay? Hi, Candace. Oh, brought you back to your childhood with the music. Okay, so. So at that full moon last Friday, we knew things were going to happen quickly because the moon in Taurus was conjunct Uranus. Like something would happen really quick. And you know what happened really quick was POTUS announcing that Ukraine could fire into the Russia, okay? And I was like, what? Like when I first saw this chart, I'm like, why does this kind of look like war? You know, like, so here it is. So we have the moon conjunct Uranus in the first house. And when I'm looking at charts for a nation's leader, that's more about like I am. And if they're the leader, this is how they lead. But this is like kind of who I am, okay? And the emotions, the moon is the people conjunct Uranus, you know? And those are the people that we care for and defend. And in Taurus, those are our values. Remember, he is also a Scorpio, and I think is it his birthday? Or was it just, we should be coming up to his birthday. Well, here we have at the top of the chart in Washington, D.C., the midheaven. The highest point in the chart, holy crap, is 28 degrees Pluto. 28 degrees Capricorn. And Pluto is 29 degrees Capricorn. So that is screaming for some massive major shift to take place. On the one hand, we hear it with POTUS and do that with the weapons, and he's at the G20. The other thing that's been in the news is how much Don Julio is going to destroy our agencies, right? And here we have asteroid America is at 17 degrees Aquarius. I think that this, is so interesting because 17 degrees Leo is down here. It's in opposition. And at 17 degrees Leo, that was the great Saturn-Pluto conjunction in 2020, the moon. The moon was here in Leo, the people, a king. But I also felt like this Saturn-Pluto conjunction back in 2020 was like kind of when they were all going to go, yeah, it's safe to come out and be the not seas that we want to spread. Okay, so America, the visionary, is opposing this. This is what we're fighting for on the ground that we can't see, we can all feel. Okay, so, and this is so interesting. Oh, Neptune sacrifice card. When I saw that with VP, it was not only for her to like sacrifice the role, but it was sacrificing democracy. That has very much been the card for Don Julio since 2020, to sacrifice democracy. But it's reversed. It's trying to hang on to not having that happen. Okay? The reversal of having to sacrifice a democracy. Okay? Oh boy. I need to know Okay, and some of you mentioned that this Druid card for quiet like the forest, because we are in an asymmetrical war. We are using the wisdom of Sun Tzu and the art of war as kind of our guidance, such as I had swift as the wind written earlier for Aquarius. But some of you said that this Druid reminded you of POTUS, and I thought that was amazing. POTUS, holding your space no matter what. Okay, so I need some cards. I need to know, what is this? What is this? Because this Pluto Aquarius chart in DC also has war written all over it. Today, when I was driving out of the blue, all of a sudden I saw missiles, pew, 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 landing on the rusher all over the place. But there wasn't destruction, so I'm like wondering if this is like a cyber pew, 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 pew going on with them, okay? But POTUS, high in the skies, what is this war? Because you have to protect the nation. Past, future. Past, future vision. What's your future vision with this? Fifth house, creativity. The fifth house is the office of the President of the United States. It's him using his power. The office of the President of the United States. At this full moon, I drew the astro card lunar for a lunar eclipse. Something is coming to pass. Okay? Where's my before? Where's my after? I thought I put my after away. To grab this. What happened to my after? Where'd she go? Oh, there it is. Okay. The after tarot. Oh, tell me you're in here. Yes, you are. To POTUS. What does this have to do with war? Using your powers. What happened in the past that's leading up to this? Because I feel like he's just like, you've interfered in 2016, 2020, 2024, all the midterms, and PUTS, it's been doing this since 9/11. The mission of these cards feel kind of snotty and pissy. Like, how dare you? The Lovers. This is Don Julio in the Rusher, okay? It is also POTUS and his the allies. So up here, what's this about war? There's been so much. Whoo, boy. I knew it was the fire card. So this changes are coming. And they're coming quickly. You get this fire card. You know, you want to keep stoking that fire, but air feeds fire. So now this Pluto Aquarius can feed his fire and his desire. It's something's brewing very creatively. And it's dramatic and it is unstoppable. This is what was crowning the skies of DC. The Nine of Cups. That's Don Julio, the citizen, as a business person. Five of Pentacles. They had Five of Pentacles. It has to do with the election. People were left out. We've got a problem. Those pentacles, those are also counts and votes. Some things, dare I say, count or not count. But now we have the Four of Pentacles because what's happened, he is now the person elect. And it just looks like death, taxes, stealing, money. This also represents the sun in Capricorn. So this is what's on his mind because of what's happened and because we're done for. If something doesn't happen, we are just done. I know it's driving everyone crazy. What's going on? Are we just going to sleepwalk into this and just handing it over? Something's afoot, okay? How are you guys doing? I agree. So I'll miss the hands. And the voice, yes. Melinda, yes. Conquer like fire. Thank you. That is part of steady, quiet like the forest. Swift as the wind, quiet as the forest. Conquer as a fire, steady as the mountain. I need a new word for adapt as water. So, yes, conquer like fire. Because, sorry. Because what happened in the past? The challenge with Dark Moon Lilith, the challenge of the election, the challenge of people being left out, the challenge of the biggest nightmares from our past, how to deal with all that stuff from the past and what's happened. Because now I got to pull the trigger. And it's also the power we hold in secret. He's not just doing this willy-nilly. He's got a plan. He's been where I swear they watched that 2022 midterm. They've been watching this for a long time. The challenge with temperance. The election, everything, having to fight disinformation and truth, not quite getting it to go where it should go. The truth and that facts matter because the Ace of Swords, the Sword of Victory, not really upright, not upside down, but we are like right in the middle of what's happened in the past with justice and liberation. Are we going to be liberated? Is there going to be justice? And the sun. Not glorious where we're headed. Okay? Also, the sun is also exposing something. So if he's trying to keep something in secret and under wraps, well, I'm going to hold my cards close to my chest and not let anybody know. Okay? Does that make sense? Flow like water. I like that. Okay, and so what is this supposed to lead to? This is again from this full moon Taurus we had last week. Look at the sun is over here. Look at, oh, there goes my throat. It's a sign. So POTUS, the sun is in the 7th house. He's working with his allies, but he's also going up against an enemy, okay? And the part of fortune is right there for him. There's a lot of good fortune that he can leverage, but it's right on the horizon. Can't really see it. It's undercover. Sun is in Scorpio. Okay, so this Taurus I have card is kind of like having evidence, long-standing evidence that relates to money and counting stuff and an abundance of crap, abundance of stuff. Like when you want to have all the votes, when you want to have everything go your way, and you have this, it's like you can't doubt the evidence. You can't, there's no doubt who has the goods, okay? This is what he's expecting with whatever war is going on over here. And it might be hidden. Well, Sun in Scorpio, we might not see it readily. It might be an invisible, like we're countering all the crap we've been dealing with. The Six of Wands celebrate. Nope, this is a Six Wands mob. You know, the transnational organized crime, Putin, G, Trump, blah, 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 all them. He's got the goods on them. And it could also be our allies assisting him. Oh. The Two of Wands. Handing something off that's not getting started. This is what he expects. Something, taking action, is not going to get started. Three of Pentacles. He's got a masterful vision going on and what's going to happen. That's pretty powerful. So, sum up, he's got some big plans because of what happened in the past, and this is the driving force and what he believes he can achieve with that. This was just from the Taurus full moon, and that's why things feel slow and cumbersome. Also, we woke up today with Pluto still in Capricorn. Tomorrow morning, we might just wake up and be like, oh, I feel so refreshed. What's going on here? Okay? Divine Spiritual. So nice to have the Queen. Thank you, Divine. Cleansing by water. I love that. Oh, geez. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court stopped the recount of the Senate race. Oh, Lordy. Oh, boy. I just don't want to even go there. I've just got a headache even thinking about that. Wow, this is going to be a fight. This is going to be a fight. I think The Hague already has a lot of evidence because that's where Elsie Smith, special counsel, came from when Merrick went abroad in 2022. He had a couple of visits over there that were very important, and I think that's when he talked to Jack. And I think that, you know, Jack is wrapping everything up. He knew exactly what to look for. You know, he's getting this report done, and I swear it's integrating stuff back since before 2016, these unresolved issues that go way far back, okay? We still have time before this transition happens, and because they're not saying anything, that's what's scary. I know, but there is a plan in place. Yes, please remember to hit the like button. Okay, so that was just, yes, it is definitely a war because I had tweeted or posted on the blue platform to watch when Mercury is 16 degrees Sagittarius because that is Don Julio's collusion conspiracy with the Russia-China against the United States because they all share a warring asteroid at the same place with the nations and themselves. And that, it's like their collusion is written in the stars. They can't get away from that. So what do we have here? In the 8th house. 8th house endings. Biden wants to end something. Mercury is 16 degrees Sagittarius. So this is, POTUS is in charge here. He knows Don Julio's war, and he's seeing how we are all seeing how it's acting out in real time because this is in the area of shared resources, the election, okay? So it's like game on, you guys. It is truly like game on. Absolutely Mueller stuff, Apple, totally. Journey like the water. Okay, so that was just that. So this is what we're dealing with. And it doesn't feel like things are really going anywhere because, you know, the ascendant and the descendant are in fixed signs. We've got Pluto in the air destroying everything. Ugh. And we've got Mars on the ground here that's drumming stuff up. Leo, the president, activating. What defenses are you activating down here for USA defenses? are you activating down here? What are you activating down here in USA Defense? What are you activating here for USA Defense? Saturn returning the authority. They're activating defenses from something that's been established for a while that they have had in place. And like, they know it'll work. It's just the established way. It's got structure. It's got bones. It's not willy-nilly. So what are you planning in our defenses? Taking action, the King of Wands. Oh, I feel like this is DOD. It's DOD. It's SZA. It's all those agencies have an action they stick into. The Ten of Swords, because they realize this is it. We've had enough with this bullshittery. Time to go on defense because things have come to pass for the United States, the Queen of Cups, to protect the United States. Okay? So this is just that full moon chart. Now, Pluto went into Aquarius today. There's so much I want to say about that. No, I'm going to show you something else first. So like, there goes my throat again. Okay. Like I was saying earlier when we were kind of chit-chatting about Pluto and Aquarius, it takes 3 runs. Pluto goes over an area 3 times. Today in the afternoon was the last. She's in Aquarius for good. We will never see her back in Pluto again in our lifetimes, okay? So we'll give it a chance. We'll get up tomorrow. And then even when we have the quarter moon with Leo, it's going to feel different. And the sun going into Sag, things will get lighter and not so heavy, okay? So Pluto went into Aquarius, 1776, we declare our independence. 1777, Pluto goes into Aquarius. I think that's the time like Benjamin Franklin went overseas. So I did not draw up the third chart because it happened also December 1st, 1777, and then January 26th, 78. So this is Pluto into Aquarius, April 3rd. We have on the ascendant, it is 21 degrees Cancer. We have 21 degrees Capricorn. And I'm just going to say those 2 points, the Saturn-Pluto conjunction that kicked out Don Julio and the gnats ease wanting to rise, and they are, but they're going to get quelched. That chart put it like cements whatever we did here with our first Pluto Aquarius, okay? Remember, we kicked Don Julio out. This is similar to our first Pluto return in 2022 because, no, it's not. Erase. I'm taking that back. No, it is. Our first Pluto return, just before Putin invaded, we had Aries on the midheaven. Because in the natal chart, it's down here. You know, the pioneer. The pioneering American spirit. We're out there going west, you know, expanding, discovering. Well, this is also like our Pluto return, what's in the air. What freaked me out about this, asteroid Trumper is right conjunct the midheaven. Like he would rise at some point. Isn't that crazy? And then we have our north node here, destiny, the way forward. So this is the way forward. It's set in stone. We have the moon in Aquarius, the asteroid America and the moon are straddling USA natal moon, which are the people. Okay, so she's got really good support here. So I don't have the second chart. What is this asteroid Trumper at the top here? because we kicked him out. The Knight of Cups. Not very supportive of this nation. All those people who like take and act that like they're in your best interest, they move the goalposts, and they're not. We know who that is, okay? So this is part of the process. But like today, when Pluto had her third and final step into Aquarius, when we had the third and final step in Aquarius in 1778, dun, 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 at the top of the chart is 25 degrees Taurus. Uranus is right there right now. We have asteroid Bida conjunct the midheaven. Do you get that? It's like their struggle to be the visionary, the humanitarian, the revolutionary, the rebel. It's like their fight got started back in 1777. And it's like Biden has the last say in it all. Show me Biden. Oh, I need a bigger card. Isn't that crazy? Okay. Show me President Biden at the top of this chart. The final Pluto Aquarius. And Uranus is right there. Revolutionary change. And then Uranus is, what is the behavior and action of Uranus here? How is that acting between the 10th and the 9th house? Okay. Biden. Oh my gosh. Black Moon Lilith. In Biden's natal chart, conjunct the midheaven is Dark Moon Lilith. Dark Moon Lilith represents the people, slaves, people of color, women, those who have been left for dead and forgotten, our migrants, our immigrants, the genocide on the North American Indian, okay? So in Biden's chart, this is USA Dark Moon Lilith is conjunct his midheaven, the top of his chart, the thing that keeps driving him to his highest achievements in that regard, okay? And neat that the final Pluto at Aquarius recognizes that's the guiding light principle going forward. Do you get how huge this is? It's huge. Right now, transit Uranus is in Taurus, and it's sitting right on the top of the chart, ready to pop stuff off. The 6th house routine, that has to do with our public servants and our military. So it comes down to the guidance of our people and our military, our humility with our military and our public servants. It's like this Uranus is going to pop something off with our military and a whole servants, public servants. Got it? Okay. It's okay. What does this mean for our military abroad? 6th house routine. What does this mean for the MAGA? Oh, it feels like a great big fart. Wow. Mwah. And just down. The 10 of Cups, the family, the people, our families, migrant families, families whole. We are not going to disrupt families. So, what does our military do? I'm not seeing 6 Wands mob. I'm seeing them attacking them, but having success in their alliances and what they're doing. What does it mean for the MAGAGoppp? Well, they're getting knocked over, imploding. There's a forceful clearing of pent-up energy. Oh boy, do I hope that's jail. They're like surrounded. It's almost like their code of silence, they can't keep it anymore. They're going to start talking. They want to extricate themselves from this big old koopy coup Don Julio wanted to hit. And it's like, I'm having second thoughts. And justice. Reversed. What is this justice? Oh, they're not getting their justice. The justice, they don't want just. Okay, this goes 2 ways. 3 ways. If they get their justice the way they want on us, that's not good. They don't want that. So they would try to stop this, but that is hitting them. This has also, for me, been POTUS. Putin. Because he has a sword, he's got the balance, the scales of justice, and it's like he uses that sword to cut people down, to have the scales weigh in his favor. Okay? This was the story, the final story of Pluto into Aquarius in 1778. I did this because the asteroid Bida was at the top, and this was what the projection was for the final Pluto Aquarius. Do you get that? We're having that kind of day today. There goes my throat. Holy crap. How are you guys doing? Oh, Velma's mama, I'm back. Thank you so much. That's very kind to say. So, okay. So Pluto went in Aquarius 3 times over 2023 into 2024. Today is the last transit today. Oh my gosh. So March 23rd, 2023 was not a good transit for the GOP because this lined up with 2020 Saturn Pluto on the ascendant. The restructuring of government and power. But Pluto, there at 0 degrees, is squaring them in the skies. They are having a hard time getting stuff done. And we've seen how this party has really been hijacked. This was number 2. Oh boy. That is very similar to Don Julio's. This is so similar to Don Julio's natal chart. I wonder if this is why it's almost like this helped fuel him to the top again, because he's got the top of his chart is Taurus 24. His rising sign is a Leo 29, but his progressed sun is over here. This is a very comfortable setting for him as such, but oh, wow. Oh, it's like I can see why Biden had to step down here. But anyway, so this is today. This is the final. And this, again, remember how I said there's war all over, like the full moon Aquarius chart? It's in here as well. There goes my throat. Holy cow. And I think this is, POTUS is like undercover. You can't, wait till you see all this stuff at the top of the chart. This is the top of the chart. Capricorn 20. That's where the sun was at the Saturn-Pluto conjunction in January 2020. That was the Great Reset. How government was reset around the world with power and structure. Okay? The Great Reset. Happening today. It's over Washington, D.C. Now, Troja, Jesus. Asteroid Troja, 22 Capricorn, Saturn Pluto was exactly conjunct at 22 Capricorn. Do you guys remember, I think Love Mother Earth remembered this one in when I was talking about which videos to bring over. There was Operation Trojan Shield in 2021. Remember, that's when the FBI put out all those phones. And so that like the black market, all the people who are dealing in smuggling and laundering and stealing and drugs, they started in Australia, but the FBI distributed all these phones starting in Australia, and then it went around the world. Oh my God. And that actually started in 2018, 2019. So there's thousands of these phones that the mob is using, and they're like taking pictures of like all their cocaine. They're taking pictures of all the things they're selling and delivering and blah, 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 blah. But Operation Trojan Shield, what happened was every single time a text was sent out, it wasn't housed in the United States. We had a server in a third party country, one of our allies. I wonder maybe if it was Korea. I know I've kind of shifted my opinion on this a little bit, but Korea and Japan is where our DOD and Secretary of State took their very first trip in 2021. So that's why I think it might be there. But every time these yahoos texted their crimes, it goes on my throat. It went to the server. There were over 25 million messages, and we found this out in June 2021. Do you know how long it's going to take to go through 25 million messages? And there have been all these monster busts that have just happened in the years following. Huge busts, whether it's like coke or money or drugs or... It's because we know how all these people are. So all those people got trapped in that. And don't even get me started on Telegram, because that Durov guy who has Telegram, the messenger and so-called encrypted app, he like didn't encrypt stuff because I think it took too long, cost too much money and the tech. But anyway, he was arrested, was it June, July, August in France. He was offered citizenship to defect, okay? And Telegram is the app that ISIS uses. And oh, by the way, January 6th people used, they're so screwed. So this is at the top of the chart from the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. Oh my God. I just can't even tell you, like, this is like all the encrypted crap. It's all in the skies because the Pluto is in the skies above DC. This is what's transforming. Technology. Aquarius is a sign of technology. And now it is empowered to do some reckoning with these people. Oh my God. And in between here, I miss it. Holy crap, you guys. And geez, oh my gosh. I just cannot believe this stuff sometimes. In between both of these is the asteroid WUHAN, asteroid of war, destructive, prolific war that spans continents and does devastating things, is exactly 27 degrees Capricorn, 33 minutes, and USA Pluto, natal, is 27 degrees Capricorn, and I think she's 36 minutes. USA Pluto is triggered by this. And, we saw how she's behaved in our past Pluto Aquarius journeys, ending with POTUS on top and the vision of humanity and the people, intact military, and getting those yahoos out, like that reading that I just did. There is some sort of war, something happening, okay? And I just am, oh my gosh, 19 Virgo. That feeds the 6th house. This is USA Dark Moon Lilith. The pain and using this is what feeds our military, protecting those who've been left out. Oh my God, you guys. Are you guys? Yes, it's all coming back to you. Hi, Todd Fox. Oh yeah, you guys remember that. Okay, so that is definitely a video I am going to have to download and put it back here because it was actually really funny when it happened. Hey, okay. Just read Biden engaged UN to observe election March 2024. I believe it. Okay. Now, what you cannot see, the moon rejoiced today when Pluto left Aquarius because she's in Cancer, and Cancer has just been dealing with so much Plutonian crap getting thrown at her and tried to destroy the home front and our defenses and our peace and stability, basically, since 2008, 2009, when Pluto went into Capricorn. Oh my God. So that means Pluto rejoiced, is happy she can be the moon in Cancer she was always meant to be. Look at this. It is right on the lower heaven. What gives birth, like the foundation, like the upbringing of this chart is founded in the moon. It's conjunct the bottom, but it's a little bit over here in the third house. And that is protecting our comms as a defense. And she rules the fourth house of home and protection and security and safety and protection. Okay? This Pluto Aquarius final is about home protection, the family, safety, and having a leader, Mars Leo, who can help do that. Biden has the reins of this chart, and there's asteroid Trumper right there, 13. I think he just wants to clobber. Should we find out? Can you believe this? Yeah, right. Russia cut those cables. This is war. They had bomb threats on our election. Those were acts of war. I'm so sick of this. It's been going on for so long, and that's totally what I get from POTUS. Yay, Elsie is already feeling better. Okay. You know what? Let's come down here. This moon in Cancer. What is this moon in Cancer doing on the home front? Going forward, the Pluto Aquarius final. And how she's going to protect our communications. And how she's going to protect the home. The home front. This moon. Sagittarius, I see. This is the 9th house, lands far away. I see lands far, far, far away. I see the law. I see courts. I see law enforcement. It's like having 360-degree view of what's going on. Okay? Over here in communications, how are we protecting the home front? With stability. Stability and protection from the China, because China gets into our stuff and creates a lot of instability. So that is going to be a focus going forward with our final Pluto Aquarius. And the home front has to do with protecting the 5th house and who is in the office of the presidency of the United States. So how are we going to have stability here with our digital? Oh, I keep seeing Elon. He's in so much trouble. We're going to have stability like this with our comms, our networks, and how we're going to protect ourselves with who gets into office. Oops. Isn't it interesting that I drew this card the first time for Don Holio And it was like this because he's not about being nice to the U.S. when he's supposed to be a knight that preserves and protects. Why isn't it like that on my bottom of my deck, right? Or no, that was the top of the deck. That's just so weird. The Seven of Wands getting the upper hand. So we are going to protect against third house, our neighborhoods, local schools, local things, our communications, World Wide Web, internet. The Queen of Pentacles. The Queens are nations, Pentacles, data. Queens are nations, Pentacles, data. Those are agencies too. The Queen of Cups. Okay. And we're going to get stability between ourselves and other nations with information that we have. Because I see data with this. And dealing with business, citizens, well-to-do. I see Donald and Elon. Do you not see Donald and Elon? This is Donald and Elon. Don't you see that? Oh, there goes my throat. Did you see that? Hi, I am one. Is that... I just need to see. Is it Donald and Elon? Sure, I need to see this. We're protecting ourselves from Donald and Elon. We are, am I glitching yet? Okay. Show me Don Julio. And this could be said for everyone else, like Leon. Oh. Look at that, the Republican Party. These are parties, Republican parties, organizations, groups of people. It could even be Leonard Leo, and what is it? Justice. What is that? You know what I'm talking about? What is this thing? And all those people who are like the family. Oh my God. How are we going to protect? Remember, these are nations, our allies. The Two of Pentacles. This is data transmission. This is data transmission between apps, cable. This isn't Donald not losing his balance. These are the receipts of his comms. And Leon is an idiot because he can't have this Knight of Swords upright and deliver the goods. He's so sloppy because he's freaking lazy because he's so wealthy. So that's how we go about protecting ourselves with our comms, protecting the office. The King of Cups is the way it should be. Is this Putin? No. It's ensuring we have a person that is going to protect and love our nation. Tower. We have a revolution coming up. What is this? This is fifth house creativity. Oh, is this is knocking out bullshittery influencers. Knocking out, fake narratives, things that go viral. It's also the back channel. We knocking those actors. Done. Oh my God. Okay, what deck is this? How are you guys doing? Federalist Society. Yes, that's what I was thinking of. I know that guy. Don Julio sold the VP to Teal. Okay. Don Julio sold the office to Leon. Not going to happen. We have to go on. So that's what's going on at the bottom of the chart. Now, that was the moon. Now, you guys, so the moon is in her dominion. And her next stop is Donald's 23-degree Saturn and Donald's 25-degree Venus. And so that would be like, I'm sorry, I just spit. I'm too excited. Oh no, Saturn, Venus. Do you see what's going on here? He is screwed. So then this moon that's free, Pluto Aquarius, free from Pluto Capricorn, is ready to do her thing as a humanitarian, the visionary. And her next stop is going to hit Don Julio's Saturn. He doesn't even know it yet. And his Venus. His values, assets. Saturn is the great big block that he puts up all the time where people can't get to his money. They can't get to anything, and he always has a way out. Well, there's that process of his. Over here is asteroid Trumper, okay? But in between is this Mars that's going to blow it all up. Mars on defense. What are you blowing up here for Don Julio? Show me Donald's. The moon hitting his Saturn. He doesn't even know it, you guys. It's like that saying, you know, with Nancy, she'll cut your head off before you realize you're bleeding, whatever that was. His Venus. Mars here, which is in square to the ascendant. So Don Julio, this final Pluto Aquarius, because it's squaring the ascendant and the descendant, where he wants to go in his partners, because it's squaring off with that in fixed signs, it can't get anything off the ground. It's like he's pinned down here with Thor's hammer. Like, you know, and he put that hammer on Loki and Thor Ragnarok, is that it? And like, he can't get up. This is Mars. It's going to blow it up. Asteroid Trumper. So screwed. Ooh, that looks like the FBI to me. They got a plan. They have it set away. Acting like they're blending in with everybody else. What are we going to do? This is depressing time. That's their cover. So this Mars. Nice. Solar eclipse revolution. Revolution. I love it. He's getting eclipsed, you guys. And Chiron, the wound, is conjunct the USA eclipse right now from last April. This Mars is eclipsing him from his blocks, wanting to be president, and the people who protect him, and Donald, the GOP. The GOP are going to feel challenged by the relationship with Putin. This is what's getting eclipsed. It just like cuts and divides. Holy crap, you guys. Pow, pow, pow. Oh, there was a little glitch. I'll have to find out when that happened. Okay, so, okay, I want to wrap this up. My throat is very dry. So remember I said there's all this war in the air. Holy crap. Back to this. The MC. Show me the sun from the Saturn-Pluto conjunction in January 2020 at our final Pluto Aquarius. What is hoisted up there? Oh, whoops, I gotta get this up. We're just gonna go in a row. What do we have from Operation Trojan Shield? Intercepts and all those texts. USA Pluto has Wuhan asteroid over today. And then we have Pluto and Aquarius. Oh, that's interesting. Whew. What do we have here? Oh, my throat is so dry. That 12th house escape. This is the big secret from the election. Shh. That's all I can say about that. I'm out of water. Okay. Top of the chart. 20 degrees Capricorn. That was the sun from the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. What was it? January 11th, I think, 2020. This is the guiding principle. Fire! Fire! Changes are coming quickly. This is going to be dramatic and unforgettable. It's a great indicator of creativity. The spirit is moving. What? Oh my gosh. Okay. Next. Operation Trojan Shield. What are we going to find out about that? Everyone's going to be chattering about lunar eclipse. Oh my gosh. At one point, remember Donald, solar eclipse was down here. Lunar eclipse. These also symbolize China and Russia. So China and Russia are going to be exposed. This might also... Who's getting lunar? I'm like getting also the GOP, the MAGAGoppp. What do we got on you from your intercepts? We have... What's on those intercepts? What's on those intercepts? We have the King of Wands. That is a different king of a different nation. Espionage, Page of Swords, intel, comms, and stealing things. Like what? An election? Nope, I'm not going to go there. Lots of theft going on. Lots of crimes. That's why they want gates to make it all go away. So this is what we found from intercepts. And now WUHAN, that warring asteroid that is prolific, transnational, conjunct USA PLUTO, which is transformational and destructive. Capricorn, we are using the United States resources to on a very, very big level to go back to the past, to challenge children, the past. All the ugliness from the past. I'm going back to 9/11, from everything. It's like an all hands on deck from all this crap that happened. 5 of Cups. And people so easily go, I wonder if these are kids being trafficked. Back and forth, there's the bridge. One nation, another. The blood is spilled. This is really, really ugly, nasty stuff. We're going to war to defend this, to defend those Dark Moon Lilith people who are caught up in this, that should, by no fault of their own, they're victims. Wow, that's really intense. And then Pluto and Aquarius today. Saturn truth. Why is this reversed? Saturn the truth. What is truth? Oh, what is truth and what you're hearing from people about the truth. Truthiness. Is that fighting misinformation? What does that mean? God, look at all these swords. It's going to uncover the truth. 4 of Swords. This has always been kind of like like when you have dormant malware, just waiting to get into something, coming, we're going to be finding out about pings, collusion, collaboration, the treason, the Three of Swords, the Five of Swords, the mob. That's what's at the top of this chart for the next 250 years. This is today. It's just starting today. Don't expect a solution overnight. This is a process. Pluto and Aquarius for about 25 years, okay? This is the revolution that we are in, that we're fighting for. The groundwork has been laid. I think it's a very nice groundwork to be aiming for. There's going to be a lot of fight and battle with it, okay? So, we're in this to win it, okay? If you're having a bad day, please just separate yourself from all the news and the crap and the junk and take care of you. Only you can take care of you, okay? Like I said the last time, I had to leave for like a year to work all my crap out so that I could be strong again and help usher in this Pluto Aquarius. We are in a new era. Things are going to be changing a lot through mid-year next year. I mean, we're going to be like, what the heck was that we went through? You know, it's going to be like nothing we could conceive of. And we got something that's right out. Wow. Just wow. Okay. How are you guys doing? I've been waiting since it's also for the Dragon. Yeah, the ugliest of the ugliest coming out. And you know what? Those guys at every chance could have kept this under wraps. You know, maybe if they flipped or tried to help and defend their nation. But no, this is the gauntlet that's being thrown down. Now it's all going to come out and it's all going to be public. And I have one more question. I know. See, the dog agrees. I think, oh, look at me. Hello, Mercury retrograde. We're in shadow. I can't put my card decks together. Derp. Oh my God. Yeah, but I think she's hungry because this is when they eat. Okay. I need to know why I was seeing, like missiles, things being launched over at the Russia, at POTUS's direction. What was that about? Okay, what is this? How are you guys doing? There you go. Yes, Texas is ground zero. They have such a vested interest to just keep doing what they're doing, which is just so off the charts, just bad and un-American and totally, like when you're like, what is going on? Just replace it with, what is Russia doing? What is China doing? What is the Saudis doing there? And there's your answer. Yes. Self-care. What are the missiles I said that I saw earlier? You get We are going to cleave a separation of Donald and how he gets things done and all of his assets and how he rises to the top by getting solar eclipsed. These are the missiles. They might be invisible though. Hitting all over Russia, like their infrastructure. I keep thinking like the FSB, you know, their espionage, their intel building. Okay, United States POTUS is doing what? What's coming down on the Russia? United States. Because what? Oh, I need like 1,000 decks. They're all, because of all the stuff going on, they're like, and they're all chopped up in little pieces because of all the destruction they've done. This is the plan. Remember? We saw this reversed before with Donald to stop Donald in the transfer. The sword of victory for the United States, Queen of Cups. Can you believe this? Okay. POTUS. Ooh, nobody can see it. This is a big secret. Nobody's supposed to know what's going on here and why they're launching from us. A new start, the Fool. And they're coming down over on the Rusher. This is like they totally give up. They have to forfeit. They're done. We're done with you and you've lost. The Nine of Pentacles. This is your comfort. We're done with you being this looting and stealing. The heart of the matter, we have defenses. And getting to that last 10 of Wands to seal the deal. We are so close, you guys. We're so close. Oh my gosh. Whew, okay, so I am going to end it there. I wasn't even sure where this was going to take us tonight. I love this. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to figure out which short I want to do, because the other thing with monetizing, that like if you get 3 million, impressions of a short, that helps with monetization. I'm like, oh, how do you get it? Anyways, that's just me. Ooh, there goes, my battery is low. Okay, I gotta go. I'm so happy to see you guys. Thank you for coming out. This was great. I feel good. You'll feel better tomorrow. It's a process. Be easy on you. Take care of you. There's lots of people who love you. We love you here. You guys, give me your blue butterfly handle in the comments. Not here, but in the comments, okay? That's it. That's it. You guys have a great night. Hockey's on tonight. Thank you, Demi. Pray for Just Joy. Thank you, Sue Ellen. Of course, Juno, I'm glad to be back. Rosie, yes, this was awesome. Carol, thank you. Teresa, thank you. Many thanks. Rob D. Just Joy, thanks, beautiful soul. Love to you all. Okay, bye, y'all. We'll see you later.